like, let's play some chamber music. I don't know. I have a feeling like, and I don't know who said this, but it was one of the great artists. I read it somewhere that young musicians, they always play slow movements to slow, the fast to fast, the loud to loud, and the quiet to quiet. Right? It's to be young. You want to be extreme, very expressive. When you look at the young famous, people like, I don't know, Lang Lang, or it was also Pogorelich when he was young. People that they are, or Dudamel also. They are also just kind of expressive, right? And when you look at the old masters, there is something amazing about their expression, that they do less, but they achieve more. Like, I'm thinking about, I don't know, Celibidache conducting, or even Abbado, or great masters like Alfred Brendel, Andras Schiff, or even all the Rubinstein, etc. Right? And of course, when you look at such an artist, you see that there is a life experience, there is experience as an artist, there is everything. But first of all, there's nothing what's fake, they don't pretend to be someone else, right? Exactly. I think so. Well, I mean, we believe that that in art you have everything. You have understanding of the history. You have understanding of the history of the art. You cannot really even do an interpretation of the modern piece if you don't really understand where from it comes, what was the ideology of the composer, understanding of the style, right? If we are talking about the Baroque style, classical style, you have to understand the architecture of the time, even social relation, expression in the dance, for example, right? Those all things, those all should have influence on your interpretation, right? And it's the same listening to different instruments. Well, probably all the names I mentioned, they were not guitar players just because it's so exciting to me as a guitar player, right? Because listening to another guitar player is maybe like listening to something what I know very well. I may appreciate him or her as a player, admire, but there's not so much inspiration actually, right? But when I listen to a different instruments, then the idiomatic aspects of those instruments, that is so strange for my instrument, is kind of beautiful inspiration, and then I'm just wondering how can I create a similar expression or imitate something what is so easy for another instrument. I think if the pianists are clever enough, they probably are listening to the guitar players as well, right? Because how can you play rasgado when you play Spanish music, for example, right? Right. Yeah. To be very, very honest, maybe I'm just a little bit lazy to record something, and I don't get any strong impulse or motivation from anyone. It's this feeling that okay, I record a CD, and then I just have those CD at home. Someone is trying to sell it online, but then if you upload something on YouTube and which is nice, professionally done, then suddenly you feel that you reach so many people all over the world, right? Of course, we can talk a lot about the quality, right, etc. So I have to record a CD, and probably I will do it this summer. But
seriously?
Yes, the truth is also that I'm so busy with playing concerts, and then of course I can record the same program, like guitar recital. Everything what I play, I just record on it. But it would be nice to have a CD that has
a theme,
subject, whatever, right? but for this you have to dedicate some time to prepare the program, to record it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but definitely you're right. It's time to do something.
You would be.
I think 2 years ago, I realized that I have to do something professional for YouTube, because all what you could find on YouTube were just kind of amateur recordings from my concert that someone uploaded. Terrible quality, both sound and video. So, but still people were like talking about this. Hey, I know you from YouTube, or I heard you on YouTube. And then I took a look and said, no. I mean, if people are really watching and listening to this, I have to do something better. So since then I uploaded some nice recordings, professionally made for YouTube. So.
Yeah,
Right? So when I see one of my friends whom I really respect as a musician, and I see that he's talking so highly about one composition, I mean, like, he really recommends this, and he's complaining that this piece is not known, but he should be known. Then first what I do when I go home, I just check the scores. What's this? What's the piece about? And that's how I discover music of memory. Well, I'm doing what gives me a satisfaction, right? And those big, serious pieces, very intense composition. This is something what gives me a lot of pleasure, both performing and working on this, right? So if I discover a piece that is long and intense, I'm getting excited, right? And maybe that's why I do this. So it's